Hey everybody. I think I'm going to try to work over here where the light is. I don't know if, well, let me pull it up here. Okay, let me pull this up on my iPad and then see what the lighting looks like. Here we are, volume's down. Okay, so that's with the light. Let me see if it makes much of a difference. It's not that bad of a difference. I actually think it doesn't look too bad with no light. Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm going to make a card today. I'm just waiting to see if anybody pops on here live. I have a little bit of coffee and I'm going to make a card today. I was not on here on Sunday or Monday. Hello. Oh, good. There's a couple people popping on here. Good. So on Sunday, I just took a moment and I was not in my office at all. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Julie. I just didn't come down here at all. I let Kayla be down here. I needed a change of scenery for sure. And then I did some planning and did kind of that stuff. And then yesterday was my husband's first day off. So we had to do some we had to have the household meeting, getting our stuff together. He went out and did some grocery shopping. And we had to just get things kind of set up for this next, however long we're going to be doing this kind of thing. And the kids started their distant learning homeschooling situation. So I was printing a lot and trying to get them set up. And it's a whole new thing. So yesterday was a little crazy, just getting everybody settled, getting Kayla set up. Kayla's in 6th grade. So hey Chris, hey Linda, her stuff is maybe a little bit easier in that she'll have communication with her teacher. She'll use Google Classrooms. She can use her email address. But then coordinating with the teacher, trying to get all that set up, that was a whole day thing. And then the other two, getting them set up. And Violet, our middle daughter, is autistic. And so she is what is this about? I'm home. I don't want to do school. I miss my teacher. She's just having a little bit of a harder time adjusting. So yesterday was kind of crazy, and I spent most of it kind of figuring out our family situation. And then today I am cutting kits and getting my last Stamp Club packages out. So I won't be doing my Stamp Club anymore after this month. So I'm trying to get those packaged up and sent out today. And then after that, I just think we'll be settling in to what's going to happen over the next week. It is a struggle with kids. Our kids are 12, 10, and 8. And as of this weekend, they're not playing with we have 3 families here on our little street that have kids. And as of right now, they're not playing together. So they haven't been playing together since this weekend. Since Friday was the last time they all played together. And that's been really hard. Every day, Andrew asks if he can go to his little friend's house and play. Yesterday, we let them, his little friend came over and we let them, in between the rain, we let them ride their bikes in front of our house because I just felt they weren't touching each other. They weren't anywhere near each other. They were just riding their bikes around. And so we let them do that. But it is hard on the kids. It's really hard. And we're all going stir crazy. I've not been out of the house. I ran and checked the mail, and then on Sunday I got the kids in the car and we drove around. I'm starting to go a little stir crazy for sure, and just feeling I'm just over it, right? We're all over it. That's the situation. We're all over it. And this morning I was watching the news and I had a little bit of like my new kind of routine is I like check in the morning with the news because I feel like mentally that's when like I'm the strongest. Like I get up, I have a cup of coffee, I check in with the news, and then like we turn it off and like we do our, we do the rest of our day. And this morning I had like a little bit of I cracked a little bit and I was watching the news and I was like, this is never going to end. Like, it's just never going to end. Like, it's just, this is like the only thing that we're ever going to see anymore. I had my husband, thank goodness he was home this morning, and he was like, it's okay. Like, I just think it's hard when you're doing everything, like with him being at work, thank God he's still working. But then it's like, I'm home dealing with everything. And then it's like, you just don't have another adult, so that can be challenging. Martha said, I feel bad for everyone having to adjust to the new normal. We homeschooled, so our lives haven't changed much, except now we're not able to go to church and limits on the groceries we have here. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, like my life is like, it's not terribly different in that I work from home. Like I've worked from home forever, but like the kids aren't going to school. I'm not at the school doing stuff. And then usually on my husband's days off, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like we'll go out to breakfast one day or we'll go run errands, like so I can get out of the house because I tend to go a little bit crazy. I normally would be, actually Chris is here today. I would normally be going out with Chris tonight to get our nails done and hang out and catch up. So I have those little breaks and it's like, I guess you just don't realize what that kind of stuff means until you can't do it, right? Like, I guess that's the hardest part is you don't know like how important those little things are until you can't do it anymore. And it's like a little crazy. We're making it. We have lots to be thankful for. We're pressing on, but it's definitely an adjustment. So today, you guys, I thought that I would make a card using this Botanical Prints stuff again because it's still here on my desk. I went to clean it up because my desk is kind of a mess here, and we made these on Saturday. And I'm just reading comments, you guys. Yeah, I just can't watch the news anymore. I'm home alone all day and I need happy or I have panic attacks. So my husband listens while he's at work and then gives you the updates, like do this, don't do this. It's fine. Yeah, that's why I tune into especially when I'm here by myself, I tune into the news in the morning when I feel like mentally I'm the most like I'm the strongest, so I tune in and I see what's happening. I have been trying to catch the president's briefings. Like they've been doing the briefings every day. So I've been trying to catch those. And then I'm just trying not to listen to commentary on the whole subject, right? Because that's probably where the worst of it is. So then I just turn it off. We've been turning on worship music. Like I just turn the music on and we have that playing in the house all day. And then we just go about our business. Because I made the mistake of the one day that I struggled the most was the day that I watched the news all day long. And all day long, I was watching it and watching it and watching it. And like mentally, it just was not good, right? So we made these on Saturday and I was getting ready to clean my area up so I can start cutting kits. And this stuff was still on here. And I thought, well, let's make one more card with this stuff since it's already out. So I am going to use the stamp set. I'm going to have to put it together here before I use it. I'm just going to use one of the sentiments. And then I'm going to use this design here. So what I'm starting out with, we're going to use this design. So what I've done is I've taken my circle dies, and this is a little tip for you guys. I wanted to cut this. I needed this size. And this is in the stitched circles right here. So what I did, and this is what I often do, is because I was already going to cut the piece of black cardstock I had was fairly large. So what I did is I just ran all my stitched circles through the on the paper and through my Big Shot. So I got all of these sizes. Now I won't use all these sizes today, but now I have a couple extras sitting here, and I have a little dish that I put them in, and shapes are the best because you can use them with anything, right? So now I have a couple extras for some other projects that I'll do. So that's a little tip for you guys. So we're going to start out with a basic black card base. So I've just cut, what I did is I took an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I cut that in half at 4 1/4. And then we're going to fold it at 5 1/2. And then we need, inside of the card base, we need a piece of Whisper White, so that, I feel like this is a thick piece of Whisper White, but I don't think it is. Okay, so we'll put that inside. Okay. I should have stamped like this corner. I wonder if I still could. Since it's black cardstock, let's just try it. Let me see what this is. Okay, so I'm going to use this stamp and this one, I think. Okay. So let's use this one. And we're going to do some coloring directly on this designer paper. So I'm going to do just a really quick, like, I'm not going to be very careful. I showed you guys that I did this last week. I think I talked about doing this, trimming my sticker so there's not any, it makes it easier to line up your sticker when you're placing it on your stamp. And you don't get any plastic falling over the edges. I mean, I'm not being careful at all. I would normally be a little bit more careful when doing this. Okay, so it goes like this. And then the other thing that I did, oh man, I just ripped this. Dang it. Dang the bad luck. The other thing that I did last night is I figured out, oh, this is so sticky. Look, I just ripped it again. Okay. It's fine. Okay. It is no joke how sticky these are. The other thing I did last night was we figured out a solution to be able to finish my studio with IKEA being closed. I can't get the... see this, I'm screwed. This is why. Oh, I'm screwed again. Awesome. See, now that it's not lined up at all. And you literally cannot pull it off. So that's getting chopped off, and so's this. And we'll just go with it. So I figured out a solution to be able to continue with my studio, rearranging my studio, since I can't get the tabletop. The only thing that I absolutely needed from IKEA to make it work, there's a couple things I can just wait on to get, a bookshelf and a drawer. That's not really essential to the situation, but the tabletop to make my island is something that I I was like, we can't change everything around if I don't have a working surface. So we figured out what to do about that last night, since we have no idea how long everything's going to be closed. Okay, so now let's try this better. Okay, the sentiment is the most important thing to be straight on here. Okay, so there's those. So the only reason I was going to use this is I thought we could decorate the inside by just putting this here. So let's use Memento Black. Oh, I need a block. Okay. So this is a distinctive. Is this distinctive? Maybe not. Let's look in the catalog. I don't want to give false information. Okay, let's see if this is a distinctive set. It does not say that it is. Okay. It kind of looks like it's a distinctive set, meaning you don't have to, like, it has this very layered look without, oh, see how cute that is? Okay, so that was worth doing. Okay, so now let's work on the front. So what we're gonna do is this one, we're just gonna cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4, because it's just gonna go straight onto the card. But we're gonna color this. We're gonna add a little bit more color to it. Okay. So let's get a piece of grid paper down here because it's gonna bleed. We're going to use, I think we're gonna use Old Olive. And what we're gonna do, let me make sure this is Old Olive. Yeah, I got new Old Olives and I didn't put stickers on yet. Okay, so you could do we could color the leaves green and leave the fruit, or we could do it the other way where we could make these limes and then we could leave the leaves black and white. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't know that I'm going to need to do any shading. Hey, Kathy. I don't know that. So this is the light. This is Old Olive Light. Okay, so let's see if shading even, like, if it's going to make a difference. Oh, I love when the blends are brand new. So I definitely like that, like, lighter, that darker color. Yeah, I think maybe it looks nice with some shading. So this is where I would normally speed all this up or edit all this out. But I can't do that because we're live. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time coloring. And I'm trying to be somewhat careful. Yeah, I definitely think adding the darker. I think it's totally worth it. So we'll add, I mean, if you do this in layers, like I added a bunch of the light and then I'm going in and adding a bunch of the dark. Probably goes a little faster. Okay. The key is to go into the dark. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm not looking at your comments because I'm coloring, but I will in 1 second. So the key is to go into that dark and blend it out. And these are the alcohol markers. And this is the coloring medium I prefer because it's so forgiving. I don't love coloring. So look at how beautiful that is. Okay, we're gonna get through this. Hi, Susie. Hi, Renee. Hey, Roberta. Okay, so let's go in and do these. So we're gonna take our light. Oh, is that our dark? Yep. It's okay. Everything's okay. So lay some light color down first. That saturates the paper and helps the color to move around. Can you guys see this? Okay. And you can see this first time I go in, I'm not being all that careful. I'm trying to be a little bit more careful just because this is designer paper. And so I think it's less, if I went into the yellow or something, like, might be a little bit more of a problem. But I'm going to add all of this here. Let's add it here. Okay, now let's go in with the dark. I really love this yellow and green together. Okay, so I'll add it there. Right here. And I tend to not even worry about where is the color supposed to be? What's realistic with the light? Like, I don't like coloring like that. Like, I don't care what's realistic or where the shading really is supposed to be. I just do it how I think it looks good. Okay, so I go right into the dark and you can see it as it saturates that dark and it starts to pull it up. That's where you get that nice blended look. And it softens it. And then I'm going down. Here's another thing that I'm doing is I'm starting here in the middle and working that around in a circle because this is a circular object. So I think that helps. Oh, right here. It really is beautiful. Okay, so just a few more. Is anybody bored yet? Is anybody thinking, oh, hurry up? I love watching coloring when it's sped up, when it's really fast. Like if somebody's done a video and they've sped up their coloring. I'm always like, oh man, I wish coloring happened that fast. I think the problem is that I'm not patient. Like I don't like tedious stuff. Okay, so just a few more. And the tip of my marker is already like smushed. I love it when they're brand new and the tip is nice and crisp. And I don't have a very heavy hand. I'm pretty light with it, but Okay, so just a couple more. And then if you're just tuning in, we're not going to color the leaves. We're just making these into limes. I guess that's what they would be, right? Okay, so let's add our light and blend that out. Blend that out. Perfect. It is gloomy here too. This is the kind of weather, oh, I have one more. This is the kind of weather that I don't like. Either rain or be sunny. Like this gray clouds, gloominess is not necessary. So I'm using the other tip, like the fine point tip. I don't really like using the fine point tip. I don't think that it really lets the marker blend very well. Like, I think you can get so much better blending when you use the other tip. Okay, so how pretty is that? Super pretty, right? Okay, so let's bring this back over here. And look at how gorgeous this looks on the black cardstock. So you can totally take your blends and color your designer paper and give it a different look and a different feel. Okay, so here's this. And then, you know, we have to add some Wink of Stella. Is anybody shocked by this? I would hope not. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I don't know if you can quite see that. I don't know if there's enough light. We got some glimmer on there. Ah, the limes are making you want a margarita. Gloomy in Salt Lake today as well. Yeah, gloomy over earthquakes any day. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so now we're just going to take a piece of black cardstock. So all I needed was one piece of black cardstock to do all of this today, like what we're doing. I took one piece of black cardstock. I made my card base. I cut off a sliver here. This is 1 inch by 4 1/4. Okay. And then with the leftover piece, this was my leftover piece. I cut all my circles and I'm just going to use one circle today. I'm not even using all the circles. So let's put some adhesive on here. We're going to put that there. Okay. So next in this stuff. Oh, okay. So we got to do one more thing. Okay. So now for this one, we are going to take and we're going to fussy cut one of these out. Now I thought the die might fit this. Sometimes the dies fit the designer paper and I thought it might, and I couldn't get it to work. So I don't think it does. I might not have tried hard enough, so I might be wrong, but I don't think that it does. But you could stamp this and then cut it out with a die if you wanted. I didn't want to stamp it. Originally, I wasn't planning on using that stamp and putting that stamp together, but I guess I ended up putting it together and using it on the inside of the card. But originally I wasn't going to do that. And then also by fussy cutting it, I'm leaving a little bit of the yellow around the edge of it. And so that's going to help it stand out a little bit too. So either way, you can stamp this and then die cut it, or you can just cut this out of the designer paper. Either way, it will work. That's my other tip for you guys, is cut up your designer paper. When it has designs like this, cut the images up and use them on your cards. Okay, so then let's color this because I want it to be the same. So a little bit more coloring. Okay, we have the light. Okay, now we have the dark. Now the light one more time. Okay. I don't mind cutting. I don't mind fussy cutting. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. Okay, so now we're going to, I actually think I don't need the biggest one. I think this one will work better. Okay, so we're gonna have that like that. And then we need our sentiment, and I thought we could use like, this was my original idea. But I'm wondering if this would be better. Yep, that's what's going to be better. Okay, so let's take some dimensionals on this. I'm going to use a lot of them. And I'm not going to peel off all of the backing. I'm going to peel off like 3 or 4. And then I'm not going to peel off the rest because you don't need to. Okay. Like so. And then let's stamp our sentiment. Can you guys see that? Okay. Thank you kindly. Okay, I think I need to like turn it a tiny bit when I stamp. Yep. Okay, so turn it a tiny bit. It's not perfect, but I should have gone up a little ways. Okay, so let's put a little bit of adhesive here on this part, and then let's put a dimensional on this part. And then we'll put it like so. And then let's put dimensionals on this. Like that. And then let's put this one here. Like that. Now I feel like it needs bling, but I feel like maybe I should just not. Like maybe I should just not do anything else to it. But I really like it. And then you could save this little piece if you wanted to do something with it. I think I'm going to throw it away. The one thing that I don't like about them offering these suites of products like this, I love them because there's so much value in them. Let me show you in the catalog. You get so much in these. And at first, they've done several of these now. And at first, I didn't love them. I was like, like, it's, you know, a lot of money. But then when you look at everything you get, it is a good value. But the one thing that I don't like is not being able to get more designer paper. Like, you get the 6x6 set of paper, but you can't get more of just the paper. I feel like once I start using this, whatever it is, whichever suite of product it is, this product melody that they do, it's like I always dive in and I'm using it. And then I'm like, I love this. I want to make more stuff with this set, with the, you know, the dies and the stamps. And then I run out of paper. That's the only bummer. So that's why I said you could totally save this piece. And you know, the other thing that you could do, let me show you another thing. So you didn't waste this piece. I need to grab, let me grab an envelope. So a couple things you could do. You could put this in here, like if you hadn't stamped. So you could totally put that in there. And you could totally stamp it. Like I could have done both. Like I could have put this on the bottom and then made that stamp. Or the other thing you can do is put it on your card. You could put it there. Or you could put it like here. Or here. Let's put it on the envelope and not waste this piece. So you just want to make sure if you put it on the envelope, you put a lot of adhesive on it because of, you know, it's going to be going through the mail and getting handled a lot. You want to make sure it's really sticking. Okay, so let's put that there. And then let's take this. Just like that. So now you have an envelope. And then I actually have this piece from when I cut this piece. Ooh, that's a lot of adhesive. So I just added it to the flap and then trimmed it down. So then there it is. Right? So then you didn't waste any of that paper. Like I feel better about not throwing any of that away. And then I would not color this part and I would leave it. Right? So there's that. So that is, I took all of my pieces off here and I'll put them back together. And then I'm going to clean my stamps right now. I have a bunch of stamps out here that I need to clean. So I'll just clean them right here with you guys while we wrap this up for today. Okay, so there's that one, and then there's this one. Yeah, I feel like these are distinctive stamps, even though it doesn't say. It like gives you that layered look without having to layer. And then I just have this one from the other day. I'm gonna clean that so I can put it away. This is from the dock, or by the dock. Remember I said I keep wanting to sing the song. How does this go in here? Well, okay, so I'll put those together. And that will be it today. Daisy says, I never do the inside of the flap because no one would see it, but the back is cool. Oh, I love doing the inside. The person who sees it, who opens it. Like, I love doing an envelope liner. Those are so fun. I actually have a die set from years ago from Stampin' Up! That cuts the inside of the envelope, and I love doing that. But the outside is always an option too. And then everybody gets to see it. So that's the card for you guys today. I'm now going to put up this stuff here, and we'll do something different. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to jump on here and be live with you guys again. I am doing a bunch of filming tomorrow. So kit cutting today and then filming and writing tomorrow. So hopefully I can jump in early. I actually have several lives tomorrow. I have a live. It'll be my last live for my stamp club because that is ending. And then I have a live for my Simply Document group, which is my membership group for storytelling and memory keeping and scrapbooking. So I have a live with them tomorrow night. We're going to do talk about memory keeping. So hopefully I'll be able to jump on here with you guys. So I hope you're doing well and hanging in there, not consuming too much news, right? And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.